A kanga is a colorful fabric, very similar to kitenge or ankara, and it's usually lighter. It is worn by women and occasionally by men throughout the Africa Great Lakes region. It is a piece of printed cotton fabric that is about 1.5 meters to 1 meter and has a border pattern on all four corners. It is usually sold in pairs, so most of the time you have to divide the pairs. And another unique thing about the kanga is that it has a Swahili proverb right at the bottom of one of the four sides. The interesting thing about this proverb is that it actually dictates how people buy the kanga for other people, especially when they're giving gifts, because the proverb usually has a wise saying, maybe in line with some life event. So to distinguish a kanga from a kitenge is definitely the proverb and of course the weight. Another unique thing about kangas is that depending on who you buy from, they do more than one color of the same print. So I buy from Lorna Abdallah and they tend to release 4 colorways of the same print. The prints are limited edition and they only release the print once, and they release new prints every week. So if you miss the design for last week, you will not be able to get it again. So of course that also encourages more people to buy kangas on more and more occasions, but that method of production is basically dictated by the Swahili culture, because it's the Swahili people who are traditionally known to buy kangas, and they keep buying kangas for different special occasions. So that is why there is that regular turnover of kangas. Mali Abdallah was established in 1887, so you can see that it's been there for a while, so they definitely know what they're doing with how they produce kanga. Kangas tend to remove some color for the first couple of washes, so the first thing you need to do is sort them out according to their colorways, and then you will need a solution of either vinegar or salt in water, and you make sure that you have enough water to submerge the kangas that you're actually washing. And what this solution does is that it will fix the dye of the kanga and help it not to run as much, and also it will pre-shrink the kanga because it's cotton and sometimes it will shrink if you don't pre-wash it before using it. Usually you will soak it in that solution for a few minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, and also you can see from the kanga that has been soaked, that has a section that is white, you can see that there's some color, that a little bit of color that has run through the white, but not so much. But the more you wash your kanga in the solution, the more it helps fix the dye, so it doesn't run as much. You will also note that there's a little bit of discoloration in the water solution, but that is generally very normal, especially for the first wash of kanga. That tends to reduce the more you wash the kanga. Once you've soaked it, there is no need to rinse it after that. So one thing about kangas is that for the first wash, you do not need to rinse out the solution. So what I usually do is that I let it drip dry on a line. As demonstrated on this video, you can see because a kanga generally comes in pairs, I let it hang from the middle on the line, and then I just let it dry. Make sure where you hang it is under a shade. It needs not to be in direct sunlight, and it will just dry very fast because generally it's a very light fabric. When you are pressing your kanga, you can use a warm to hot iron to just press it so that you can remove the creases, and after that you can be able to use the kanga as you please. So in a nutshell, these are the care instructions. What I have presented in the video is what I recommend to clients, but these are generally the care instructions. Even when you buy the kanga, this is what you will see.